Okay, now we move on to Sega Heroes. I remember the release of this game actually, and while I was weirded out by the Match 3 games, I still gave this one a shot because it had Sonic characters, and if I remembered correctly, it's not actually that bad. So, before we continue, like, sub, share, comment, ghosts, so none visit you on Christmas, and we open the game. Oh, it has been discontinued. Well, I should have researched it while making the list of the games to do videos on. Certainly, when you find a diamond that belongs to nobody, it is yours. When you discover an island that belongs to nobody, it is yours. When you get an idea for anyone else, you take out a patent on it. It is yours. So, with me, I own stars because nobody else before me ever thought of owning stars. Yes, that is true, said the little prince. And what do you do with them? I administer them, replied the businessman. I count them and recount them. It is difficult, but I am a man who is naturally interested in matters of consequence. It says here the company is split from Sega and they just shut down the game. So, today we are playing Angry Birds Epic from the recently acquired Rovio. So this is the true Sega Heroes. Where's Jack Frost though? Well, considering I'm already far enough into it, I guess, and this game has been deleted from the Play Store, I will give you a small summary. Angry Birds Epic is a 2014 free-to-play RPG developed by Chimera Games and published by Rovio, and is about the birds becoming what basically is D&D classes to rescue the eggs. The game was delisted because Rovio, and that's a bummer really, because I remember as a kid wanting new characters even if I didn't reach the third egg even. The gameplay itself is really simple. Every bird has an attack and a passive ability by either dragging the birds to a pig or touching them appropriately, from stuff like a shield to healing. In this game we have Red, which is the typical swordsman, Chuck, who is the typical mage, Matilda as the healer, Bomb as the pirate, and the Blues as archers/thieves. All classes from a fantasy RPG that makes sense in the more fantastical approach this game takes. Meanwhile, the pigs are designed with gimmicks and powers in mind which can take them from interesting to frustrating at the drop of a dime, depending on what type of group is attacking you. You can also upgrade everyone's equipment with a gacha system or a crafting system that seems way more worried about making everything useful than intuitive. It may well be that this man is absurd, but he's not so absurd as the king, the conceited man, the businessman, and the tippler. For at least his work has some meaning. When he lights his street lamp, it is as if he brought one more star to life, or one flower. When he puts out his lamp, he sends the flower or the star to sleep. That is a beautiful occupation, and since it is beautiful, it is truly useful. Another great aspect is the music. I love it. It's energetic but natural in a way, feels like the SMT5 battle theme in spirit, not in actual sound. Well, it's this explosion of sound, but it is backgroundy enough to not distract you. And that's it. I could write more about this, but this is a 7 out of 10 game, if not more, a true mobile classic benched by a greedy company that wanted to sell their rebranded version of the original characters. I remember really liking this game, and I still do, even if more for nostalgia than actual quality. It takes me to a better time when I was small and my mom took me around. We saw all the city and all its corners. I played this in a lot of Angry Birds games back in the day. It's actually really funny to think about that, since I had a PSP, but due to my lack of knowledge in games and the fact it was 2014, I probably spent more time in these, now, liminal games. I wish I could go back sometimes to a period where I had friends, didn't feel sad as I was healthy and didn't have the body perception issues or was confused on who I am. Going back to these days where I watched Sailor Moon at night, played Mortal Kombat with my cousin, even when my mom took me to the lawyer and he let me play on his phone. "That man," said little Prince to himself as he continued further on his journey, "that man would be scorned by all the others, by the king, by the conceited man, by the tippler, by the businessman. Nevertheless, he is the only one of all of them who does not seem to me ridiculous. Perhaps this is because he is thinking of something else besides himself." I mean, my mom did hurt my feelings when she accidentally watched my Pokemon cards, but that's just one episode in a great time of my life, I guess. And the time she screamed at me because I accidentally touched my toys. Or the fact I cried every time someone pointed out a flaw in my work when I wasn't perfect. But those are small grievances, you know, even if one of my strongest memories is feeling alone while doing homework, while they watch TV, as I cried over my work being erased over and over for the letter not being perfect. I was told to swallow it and do better. Great times, I loved my life. Then I changed homes, got fat, lost friends, and I'm still stuck with my parents, while fearing going to Baldur 20, and I still have nothing. I lost when I didn't want to move. Whether volcanoes are extinct or alive, it comes the same thing for us, said the geographer. The thing that matters to us is the mountain, it does not change. But what does that mean? Ephemeral, repeated little Prince, who never in his life had let go of a question once he's asked it. It means which is in danger of speedy disappearance. Is my flower in danger of speedy disappearance? It certainly is. My flower is ephemeral, little Prince said to himself, and she has only 4 thorns to defend herself against the world, and I have left her on my planet all alone. I can't be myself, since I don't know who that is. Is it Verloon, Luverne, Squirtle, Destripier, or the... all I want to be in life is myself, but that self is nothing but the thinly constructed idea of various versions of me coexisting. The one that wants safety is dead. I killed him myself. He sold my future for not fighting. But they happened. Either way, so might as well light up the whole world or burn myself trying. It will not be the first time I give it to my neck. Where are the men? Little Prince at last took up the conversation again. It is a bit lonely in the desert. It is also lonely among men, Snake said. The little Prince gazed at him for a long time. You are a funny animal, he said at last. You are no thicker than a finger. But I am more powerful than the finger of a king, said Snake. Little Prince smiled. You are not very powerful. You haven't even any feet. You cannot even travel. I can carry you farther than any ship would take you, said Snake. He twined himself around Little Prince's ankle like a golden bracelet. Whomever I touch, I send back to the earth from where he came. Snake spoke again. But you are innocent and true, and you come from a star. Okay, I don't know what happened. Go protest in the Rovio headquarters to get this game back. Sell your kidneys if it releases as $100 for a remake with AI upscaled graphics because it's Rovio, and acknowledging those games exist is more than Sega ever does to Billy Hatcher or Atlas to Demi Kids. Goodbye, take care of yourselves, forget I said anything. We are truly in peace and moving on to the next game. Goodbye, good luck.